All right, you're jacked in to Buffy's Angels right now, and I'm one of them angels. The D Train, Daniel Ehrenberg. All right, that's my name. And over there, watching Buffy for the first time ever, Logan B. Adair. Logan Buffy Adair.
Do we have a D Train version of your name
for Buffy?
I don't think we do yet.
No.
The D Slain.
I love it. I love it. By the way, yeah. Let's do it.
Can we get a temperature check? How you feeling about Buffy? D Train, D Slain.
A temperature check? Are you kidding me? We met Spike and Drusilla this week. We saw the first appearance of Oz. So
I was wondering
excited.
What her name was. Can I ask a question about her? Can she see visions of the future?
It's implied.
She's like Alice from Twilight.
I'm not
you
quite
remember Alice?
That stupid. Yeah, I do remember Alice.
Do you think Alice was stupid?
Hey, we saw a Twilight actor in one of these episodes. Did you clock that?
Yes, of course I did.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Get to that, though.
All right, let's get this thing underway though by talking about what happened the week of School Hard. School Hard and Inca Mummy Girl, by the way. Those are the two we're covering this week. And you probably know that from like the title of the episode or something. But School Hard came out. It aired September 29th, 1997. All right, to round out September. You want to know what else was going on TV that night?
Please, let me know.
Dateline NBC, they covered JonBenet Ramsey. Remember? Do you know her?
Yeah, tell me she had cut off a penis, right?
No, you're...
Oh, no, I fucked up.
No, that's a different person.
What's that? Tell me. Embarrass me more.
I don't remember her name. And I watched a whole 4-part documentary.
It's similar,
about
right?
Her. Yeah, it's a 3-name thing.
God damn it. All right. Look it up. Who cut off the penis? Hey, Siri, who cut off the penis? Of course you don't understand. All right.
I'm Googling who cut off the penis.
John Wayne Bobbitt.
That's the dude whose penis got cut off for sure.
Lorena Bobbitt.
Lorena Bobbitt, that's what it is, yeah.
What did you say?
What did you say? I said JonBenet Ramsey.
Man, we're starting off. We're doing great.
It is great. Hey, if you want to watch a great documentary, Lorena was one about Lorena Bobbitt on Hulu or Amazon or something. It was good.
Right, so who's JonBenet Ramsey?
JonBenet Ramsey was a little girl. She was like
I do remember this.
She was like a toddler and tiara who got murdered. And
but it was the family, right?
Well, we don't know, but
come on.
Listen, that's the rumor. I don't think they got punished though. I think they got off. It's like a real OJ
Adele
situation.
Said, what? Rumor has it.
Yeah.
Is that her worst song?
No.
Yeah, that one's kind of bad.
I like that one more than should I give up or should I keep on chasing pavements? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not into that one.
Yeah, rumor has it it's annoying.
It's okay. It works in the context of that album because all the songs kind of sound like that.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it in the context of the album.
Well, I used to work at a Barnes & Noble, so I've heard that album a lot.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. All right. What else was on TV that night? Monday Night Football, Logan. The 49ers beat the Panthers 34-21.
Wow, great game.
All right. You want to know what was happening on Raw?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
That's all I want to know. That's why I come on this.
Yeah. The Undertaker was feuding with D-Generation X. I don't know a lot about it, but I looked it up on Peacock, and the picture they chose from that episode was The Undertaker coming out of a body bag in the middle of the ring while DX looked horrified.
Wow. I know Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair. Did The Undertaker retire Shawn Michaels at a WrestleMania? Is that what happened?
I don't remember. How Shawn Michaels retired.
I sort of think those were who did he end up losing to? Was it stupid? Was it like Roman Reigns or somebody? Or Brock Lesnar? Who was it?
I don't know.
You don't know who he lost the streak to?
Oh, Undertaker?
Yeah.
He lost to Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
That's not stupid.
Yeah, that's better than Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was Roman Reigns. All right. I'm sorry. Continue.
All right. So
When does Rey Mysterio come into the WWE? Are we still WWF?
he's
Actually?
still in WCW at this point.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's still WWF. WCW Monday Nitro that night. Disco Inferno defended the television title against Juventud Guerrera. Not sure if you're familiar with that guy, but he
Not
was
really.
fun. And Kurt Hennig, you'll recall Mr. Perfect, he defended his title against the Giant. Now, do you know the Giant?
Yeah, Andre.
No, the Giant in WCW later went over to WWF, called himself the Big Show.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. What's his
yeah.
name in the Water Boy?
I don't remember. You want to hear the top 5 movies in the country right now in September 29th,
Yeah,
1997?
the Peacemaker. I know that's one of them.
The Peacemaker debuting at number 1. I was there. I saw it in theaters. And that was the first ever DreamWorks movie.
Yeah. Did we talk about that when we did Dragons?
I told you that because I remember being excited to see the logo, and then I was like, "What? That's the logo?"
Yeah, you were bummed.
Yeah. All right. Number 2 at the box office, In and Out, still hanging in there. Kevin Kline, is he gay? Is he
yeah,
not?
that's one you told me about a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Number 3, debuting at number 3, Soul Food. It had Vivica Fox in it, but then they did a TV show version on Showtime. All right. Number 4, debuting at number 4, The Edge. That's Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin, Lost in the Wilderness.
Sounds cool.
It is good, man. And there's a
Have
bear
you seen like
in
every
it.
movie basically?
Yeah, I've seen most of them.
What are like the like 5 movies you haven't seen that you think that you should see before you die? But you've seen literally everything.
No, I not everything. I've seen so much from the 90s. There's like very little you can show me that I haven't seen from the 90s.
But anything that would ever come up in any conversation you've seen, right?
Yeah, for sure. But like I have a list that I'm going to do after my my rewatch list. I've already made it on Letterboxd. I might add more to it. That's over 200 movies that I've never seen before.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Any decoms? Johnny Tsunami or anything like that?
I don't believe so.
Oh, you got to add those.
Maybe I should.
The 13th Year. I'll recommend you some good
13th
ones
Year
after the show.
I would be interested in seeing.
Yeah, that's got Dave Coulier. You better watch that one.
Doesn't he turn into a fish?
Not Dave Coulier, but the kid does.
Matthew Lawrence, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's one of the Lawrence bros.
Well, it's not Joey, so.
No, it's for sure not Joey. Whoa!
Whoa, I got gills.
I can't top that joke.
He keeps correcting him. He keeps saying, they're like, well, you're a mermaid. He's like, I'm a merman. That's like a huge part of the movie.
Oh, it's like Gay Panic, but mermaid edition.
Exactly.
Yeah. Number 5 at the box office, The Game, still hanging in there. All right. You want to know what the number 1 song in the country was?
Yeah.
Well, you British motherfuckers out there, I know a few of you listen to this show. Still Candle in the Wind, man. You were just so sad about Princess Diana. It was a bummer. But here in America, 4 Seasons of Loneliness by Boys to Men.
Isn't Candle in the Wind the next week, though?
Yeah, it came back to number 1 the next week.
Which one should we use? You decide. I don't know.
Use 4 Seasons of Loneliness. I like Boys to Men. I used to have that song on my iPod.
All right, I'll do that.
That was the first single off whatever their new album was at the time. And it was I guess it only made number 1 for 1 week. So that was probably a letdown for them because their previous album had like 5 number 1 singles or something. Yeah, I'll Make Love to You and Until We Come to the End of the Road. Come on, so many great songs.
Can you name all 3 of them?
I want to say the one's On Bended Knee. I want to say one of them's Water Runs Dry.
Those are their names?
Yeah.
What?
And I feel like there's a big one I'm forgetting.
Those aren't the big ones you already said?
They had so many hits, dude.
No, I'm talking about their names.
Oh, their names? I could do that.
You were saying their names were River Runs Deep and stuff.
One of them's Nathan, one of them's Sean, one of them's Wanya, and I don't remember the other one. And I only remember that because their first album was like all their first names.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. All right. With Motown Philly, of course. What a classic. Do fuck Four Seasons of Loneliness. End this with
I
Motown
did.
Philly.
I think I did that for the best man.
That's fine. Oh, Motown. You ended. Oh,
I
right,
think we
because they
joked.
sing that in that.
Do they?
Yeah.
They maybe even don't, because I think we were just joking about playing something, and I was like, "Well, should we play like this white artist?" And you were like, "No, let's play Boys to Men," and then you
No,
said play that one.
I think they danced to it in a college flashback in that movie.
Okay, is that the first one or the second one?
The
The
first
college
one.
stuff. Wow, that's the first one. First one's pretty good.
Hell yeah, all those movies are good, and the TV show.
Yeah.
All right. Here's big news that day, Logan. Roy Lichtenstein died.
Wow, we lost a good one.
One of the greats. You know him?
Oh yeah,
You don't know who Roy Lichtenstein is.
he invented the ice cream.
No, he was a pop artist. I actually, he was top of mind because I watched that movie I'm Still Here, the Joaquin Phoenix movie last night.
Is that like You Were Never Really Here? Wasn't he in that one too?
It is. It's not like that, but it's a
Is it
movie.
a sequel?
No, I'm Still Here was the one where he retired from acting to become a rapper, and
I know, Casey Affleck.
yeah, Casey directed it. But I noticed in Joaquin Phoenix's living room, he has a Roy Lichtenstein print.
Wow, and you popped for that?
I popped for that, and he died apparently September 29th, 1997.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Roy. And that's all I got for that week. You have anything else?
Uh, oh yeah, I do actually. You know Robbie Williams?
Yeah.
He had an album that came out that day called Life Through a Lens, and I bring that up because there's a song called Angels.
Oh, what
on
a song.
on that
Yeah.
album.
That's a song a lot of British people play that at funerals.
Okay, well that's kind of a Buffy tie-in.
Oh,
Right?
Angel. Good call.
Yeah,
I was
so
a
there we
Robbie
go.
guy. I was a fan. I had The Ego Has Landed. That was his American debut with the classic song Millennium. You could put that at the end if you want.
There's so many options.
I know.
That's
All right.
pretty good. Ego has landed.
Yeah, right? That's a good first album title,
Especially
right?
because British people will probably say eagle like ego.
No, not Oh, interesting.
Like the eagle has landed. The
Yeah,
ego has
the
landed.
ego has landed.
Right? Right?
Yeah, maybe the
Oh.
dumb ones, the lower class Brits.
Come on. From
Well,
Essex or whatever.
No,
the dumb
from
places.
fucking Manchester in the council
Oh.
estates, All
God.
right. That's what they call projects in England, the council estates.
Wow.
Isn't that fun? It's a fun British fact for you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about School Hard.
Yep. David Greenwald's back.
Greenwald, yeah. He's one of our best writers. He's big Angel guy. And Whedon took a story credit on this bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's directed by John T. Kretschmer. This is his second and last episode of Buffy. You didn't care for his first episode, The Harvest.
Right. It's not last anymore because School Hard is now last. No, I'm just kidding.
I would fucking kill you.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Harvest last place on my ranking.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's get into it. Logan, you took your notes. Let's walk us through this fine episode of Buffy.
Yeah, this great classic episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
We open up. I don't know where we open up, but we learn that Thursday is a big day at what? Help me out. Sunnydale.
We
High
open up
School.
in the principal's office where Snyder has.
Oh, right. He's talking to Buffy and Sheila.
That's right.
Sheila's a new character that we meet, and they're bad students. And so Snyder does this thing where when you're bad and act up, he makes you do school friendly activities.
Yeah, he did the same thing in the puppet show.
Right, he made them all join the play because they were all
talent show.
The play's
yeah.
for right, but the talent show's for losers.
Yeah.
And he was like, "All right, so you guys are going to be in it," and he does the same thing here. And so he makes them do the parent teacher meeting. He says, "All right, guys, you have to set up
Parent teacher night."
And so they're like, "Do they not know each other?" I guess
they know of each other, but they're not buds.
Oh yeah, Sheila's like, "Well, you like burned down a school or something? You burned down a building or something?"
Yeah, and I think they're referencing some assembly required there because remember they burned down that
I thought they were
science
talking about her
building.
old school.
Yeah, but why would Snyder be so pissed off? I think they're referencing the previous episode because they do burn down a school building in that one.
Oh, well, Flutie, old principal, is kind of pissed off. I think you don't want that student in your school. Someone just burned down a past school.
You could be right.
Who knows? But I think I'm right. Next, does something else happen before we meet our main guy?
No, but let me just give it Sheila.
Yeah.
I looked this actress up. I was like, wonder if she's done anything else. No, not as an actress, but she transitioned into production work after the film. She's an Emmy Award winning documentary producer for a documentary about, priests raping kids. And she also, this is going to blow your mind, Logan. You ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
The actress who played Sheila has an executive producer credit on Robert Eggers' The Witch.
Wow. And that was her. That was her last credit, 2015.
No, she's got like multiple credits for every year, but it's mostly documentaries.
Wow, that's very cool. Much better than last week when we learned that the guy killed himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that last week?
yeah. That was
that was upsetting.
That was that kid, Daryl's brother.
Daryl's brother. What episode was that? What was that called?
The Some Assembly Required.
Right. All right, so Sunnydale sign, we see it out in front looking all nice, and then boom, car goes through it, and you're like, oh no, that's cool. And then guy gets out, he's got nice blonde hair. You're like, oh, who's this guy? And then his name is Spike.
Yeah.
And this guy is a big character. I know.
He's a major Buffy character.
Heard a lot about this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him, but I've heard his name, so he must be big. And he says, home sweet home. So he has a lot of history.
And he's British, isn't it?
He is. Why is an angel British?
Well, actually,
I guess they can.
You'll see flashbacks of Angel where he has an Irish accent, and then he like loses it over the years.
Oh, like Mike Banning in the has fallen for insurance.
Jesus Christ.
So that is Spike, and he is cool. I like Spike. He's make me like Spike. That's what I'm gonna say every night from here on out.
It's easy to like Spike, man. Let me tell you a story. I remember at the end of Some Assembly Required, they played like Next Week on Buffy, and it was like punk rock vampire. Bam, 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 and he looks like Billy Idol. And I remember thinking, like, that's stupid. I feel like next week's episode is going to be stupid. But then, like, I feel like immediately Spike is cool.
The accent does a lot of work. His voice is really good.
But he's also got that cigarette. He's got that great leather coat.
I was right. Everybody has a leather coat in the show. I googled the Master to see if he had a leather coat. He definitely did. Angel at first had a leather coat, but he gave it away to Buffy. And this guy gave away his leather coat also to his lady.
Yeah, Drusilla. She was a little chilly.
Yeah, she was a little chilly. A little Drusilla. Oh boy. So we learn about the St. Vigus.
Yeah, the night of St. Vigus.
I don't really know what this was, to be honest.
It basically Saturday night vampire.
But who was that was a person?
It was an old vampire. So like sometimes there are these nights where like vampires have like extra power. Like the harvest was sort of like
double
this.
XP weekend.
What's that?
Somebody is gonna like that probably.
All right, somebody will pop for that riff.
It's like in Call of Duty, they'll say this weekend it's double XP. So every time you get a kill, instead of like 100 points, it's 200.
Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
All right, but the only reason they bring it up in this episode is to show that like Spike ain't like other vampires. He's gonna jump the gun, attack them on Thursday. He doesn't give a fuck about tradition.
Well, he fucking snaps a guy's neck out of nowhere. He's like, I don't have to kill you. I'm not even going to suck your blood. It's worthless. But neck snap. Here you go. Yeah,
that was a good looking neck snap, too. Like his head. I don't know how they did that.
Really? I have to go back and watch if you were that impressed by it. But yeah, no, that was very cool. But yeah, so all the vampires, including the anointed one, are gathered around and they're talking about Saint Vigus, and then Spike busts in there and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be the new guy in town, and you guys are gonna listen to me."
No, that's not how it happens at all,
No,
man.
he was trying to be really
He's
nice.
trying to be subservient to the anointed at first, but there's a dude who's like, I can kill the Slayer, and he's like, it's going to be the greatest event since the crucifixion. I should know because I was there. And then Spike busts in and he's like, "Fuck off! If every vampire that said they were at the crucifixion really
Yeah, that's
was,
not
it'd be like
friendly.
Woodstock." Well, he's unfriendly
Oh
to
yeah, the
everybody
Woodstock thing.
except the Anointed One. He kneels down for the Anointed One and like kisses his hand or something.
Yeah, I like that part where he's like, "I one time I ate a hippie and then I got high because I ate the hippie."
Yeah, I spent 5 hours watching my hand move.
Never heard that before.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, and we meet Drusilla, and she has like a vision. She's like, Buffy. They talk about he basically says like, I will kill Buffy for you guys if you guys let me be in charge. Right? Is that
Yeah.
what he says? So he sort of like strong arms him.
Yeah, he
Or-
wants to be the new guy in town, but at first he's willing to work under the Anointed One until the end of the episode.
All right.
Drusilla, you familiar with this actress?
No idea.
That's Juliet Landau. She's a real Nepo baby. Martin Landau was her dad. And she did not have to audition for this role because Joss Whedon had seen her in the movie Ed Wood, really loved her in that, and offered her the role.
All right. Well, great for her. Did she die? No, right?
The actress?
In this episode?
No, of course not. Spike and Drew, they're a team.
They're not even in the next episode?
No, but they're in the season a lot.
I hope we start getting. I sort of hate that when we get one that's like a
Get used to it, motherfucker.
And one that doesn't.
Yeah,
it's a real bummer. Anyway, so I sort of like what they do on this show. It's sort of a staple of this show where they'll sort of like say something and then they'll sort of cut to something that contradicts what they're saying. You know, they'll sort of like direct for the edit, like you know what I'm talking about. And so they do that here, where he's like, "So is this Slayer? Was she tough?" And then it cut to Buffy brushing her hair. She's like, "Ow!"
yes, your hair's tangled.
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What happened here? Mom like came in and she was like, "I learned about the parent teacher meeting. You better not be." Is mom? Does Buffy like her mom?
Yeah.
She's always like, my mom never believes in me. She thinks that I'm just like Sheila. She like I don't really know what she thinks.
I think
about her
there's
mom, really.
still some residual stuff between them from Buffy getting kicked out of her last school. But honestly, I think School Hard brings them closer together because Joyce gets to see Buffy really take charge and be great.
Yeah, no, definitely. At the end of this episode, she's like, he said bad things about you, but I saw you like, you got a lot going for you.
Yeah,
Buffy.
you're someone I could be proud of.
You're doing great stuff. And yeah, all right. So then we go to school, and Sheila didn't show up. Why not? She just like partied too hard.
Yeah, bro, she's hungover.
So she's the worst kid in school.
She's gotta be.
So like Buffy, he said he put them together because they're like the worst kids in school, Buffy and this girl. But she's way worse than Buffy. It's not even close. Does Buffy? When did Buffy get drunk? By the way, is the Bronze a bar?
It's an all ages bar.
So they sell like sodas and shit.
Yeah, I think you could get alcohol there, but you got to provide ID.
At a certain point, I put it together. I was like, wait, I see like a bar, and I'm like, are these people in like sophomores or something? What's going on?
They have like soft drinks and like what do you call like a croissant, a muffin, things like that. Pastries,
Strudels?
Pastries is the word I was looking for. And but they also we see them later in the series drinking alcohol there, so they definitely sell alcohol, just not to youngsters.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You know, you see them get checked outside the door sometimes. I wonder if they're giving a stamp to people that are over 21.
I'm sure that's exactly what they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know better than I would. So Giles, Buffy's like, I need help with my homework, but I also want to go to the Bronze to hang out with Angel. And then Giles is like, hey, by the way, Saturday is the St. Vigus, but then Thursday is the school. Like she's got a lot going on right
Yeah,
now.
big week for Buffy.
Yeah. And they do a good job, I think, of setting up like this is Saturday after Thursday,
Right.
which Thursday is the parent teacher thing. Like, remember, this is after, so they crash before. Like, I think they do a good job in
Yeah,
this
your
episode.
timeline is well set up.
Yeah, they do. They do a good job about that. All right, where do we know the band at the Bronze?
Wait, can I say my favorite Xander line of the episode is in that previous scene?
Yeah, go for it.
He says, they got to whittle steaks for for Night of St. Vigus. And Xander says he's going to whittle steaks, and while he whittles, he plans to whistle a jaunty tune.
That was his best line of this episode?
I really like that line.
Jesus Christ. I feel like you had to have a better one.
I very rarely write down dialogue, and I wrote that down.
That didn't get me. I didn't notice it at all. Do you know the band from the Bronze?
I do. They're called Nickel. And the song they're performing is "Stupid Thing," which was the title song of their only album. And I looked them up. I googled Nickel, and I found something on Reddit, Logan.
Yeah.
Someone on Reddit in the Buffy subreddit had posted like, "Hey, anyone know anything about that band Nickel from School Hard? Like I like that song. It was pretty cool. Whatever happened to those guys?" And then the first comment on that was from the lead singer of Nickel. And he he like gave them a whole history of the band. And apparently like they tried to keep it going. They thought Buffy was going to be a nice platform for them, but it didn't really turn into anything. And then they fizzled out. Now he's like, he doesn't work in music anymore. He's just like a married dude with kids and like has a job.
And surfs Reddit.
Yeah, and apparently Google's his band's name.
Yeah.
His old like college band.
All right. Well, he was in Buffy. Great job.
Yeah,
that would be my profile picture on Twitter. What, you like the song?
I
didn't really notice it. I liked the one in the other one better.
He goes, I remember there's a line in the song. I called you a moment of weakness, not just a moment, more like 3 months of weakness. I like that shit.
Yeah, I noticed that. I by the other one, I didn't mean the next episode. I meant I liked my favorite has been those girls in the.
Oh, Chibo Mato.
Was that the one where she had the brown dress on? Was that episode?
Yeah, that's Don't You Wish I Would?
Yeah, that's great. All right, so they are in the Bronze and they start to dance and they're having a good time. And Spike has an idea. He's like spying on Buffy, like scouting the next Slayer, and he has a great idea. He's like, "Hey, buddy, go kill somebody." And then he goes into the Bronze and he announces it. He's like, "There's like some guy killing folks out there," because Buffy, being the vampire slayer, is gonna have to go and save them.
No, he goes, "Where's the phone? I gotta call the cops. There's a guy like biting somebody's neck out back."
Yeah, right. He plays it, I guess, a little more nonchalant. And so she goes out there and he watches her. The friend is like, he just like lets his friend die. And
that's not the friend. It's the friend that he was like ripping on when he came in, who said he was at the crucifixion. So he already doesn't like this dude.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. And yeah, so that guy dies, and he's like, "Very good, Buffy." But come Saturday, 2 days after Thursday, when the PTA meeting. What does PTA stand for?
Parent teacher. Wait, that can't be right.
I had that question. I was like, because I wrote down PTA at one point, and I was like, "What is PTA?" Oh, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Wait, what is when they say Paul? Is there not an abbreviation for like a parent teacher conference?
You want me to look it up? PTA meeting. PTA is the Parent Teacher Association.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it did have something to do with it. I'm not crazy. All right. Uh, I completely forgot where I was. Spike's outside. He's like, "Hey, great job. I'm gonna kill you, Buffy." And she's like, "What?" And then he leaves, and she's like, "Well, that was weird. I guess I'm gonna die in a couple days." And Giles is like, "Yeah, there's the thing. They're gonna come and they're gonna kill you." Am I missing anything?
No.
All right. So leaving the bronze, something sort of crazy happened. One of these, uh, one of the girls in this high school was about to go get double teamed by these two
This is
guys.
Sheila.
I know, but I wanted to phrase that it was
High
just
school
like a
girl.
high school girl
Yeah.
that was just gonna go, yeah. But luckily, they save her and they kill the two guys and take her to go be eaten as well.
Yeah, Spike takes her so Drew can eat her.
Yeah, wild. I didn't even think about it at first. And then after the scene, I was like, wait, she was going, that was kind of crazy. She was just going home with these two guys.
Dude, she was about to get filled out. She's gonna get finger cuffed.
Jesus Christ. I've never heard that, I don't think.
Watch
Finger
Chasing
cuff.
Amy.
Wow. Yeah, I've never seen that. Did he invent that for
I
K
don't know.
Dog?
I don't know if maybe if he did, then he did a great job because I still remember it.
All right. So we're at the library and we're discussing like Spike, like, whoa, that was fucking crazy. And Angel shows up and he's like, hey, I know Spike from like back in the day, but then he leaves and gives him no other information. And Xander's like, we got to get that guy a bell
Yeah,
on a collar.
yeah.
Was that another great joke you liked?
I did. Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't write that one down though.
I didn't write it down though.
Yeah, I got your back though. So what's up with this? Drusilla, she is in a room and she's got lots of dolls and
Yeah,
she like punishes one. She's like, "You've been bad," and she turns it around. You don't get to watch me eat. What's her name again?
Sheila.
Sheila. You don't get to watch me eat Sheila. And then she eats Sheila. What's up with that? Are they like voodoo dolls?
No, they're just like these dolls that she talks to.
All right. I don't know if I understand Drusilla. Is she psychic? Does she talk to dolls?
She's wild,
Is
man.
she
We learn a lot
voodoo?
more about her.
All right. I don't really get her so far. Um.
She's just kind of cuckoo, man. She's dreamy, dreamlike, sort of
Yeah.
childlike in nature, but also a vicious vampire.
Yeah. All right. So here we get one of my favorite Cordelia moments that we've had so far, where they're carving those steaks.
Yeah, by
They're
the way,
whittling.
Cordelia just whittling steaks in the library with them. This is like the first time we've seen Cordelia hanging out with them in the library for no reason.
Yeah, not because there's vampires around immediately.
Not because she's like scared of something.
Right. I guess you're right about that. Well,
Yeah.
she's a part of the family. I think we discovered.
Now she is, yeah.
Yeah. But they're in there whittling the steaks. And Cordelia, she's like, what are we doing? This is a complete waste of my time. You guys have been hyping up this Spike guy. He's for sure gonna win. Why are we even giving Buffy all these steaks? She's not gonna use them all. I thought that was an incredible moment.
You're a big Cordy guy.
Yeah, what's not to like about Cordy?
No, there's everything to like about Cordy. I like her
She's
hair right now too. It's got a little blonde in it.
Oh, I haven't even noticed that. She's like rogue a little bit.
That's white.
Oh, no, okay. Sorry. But she's probably my second favorite character.
After Buffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Who's your second favorite character?
Giles.
Well, your first is probably Xander because you're
No, fuck off.
I relate to Xander more than Buffy.
No, I like Buffy. I like all the characters.
Okay, all right. So next up, okay, we get to the parent teacher conference. All right, the mom arrives, and I didn't really understand what Buffy was doing. She was sort of like sending mom on like a wild goose
Yeah.
chase, but mom's not going to leave without talking to the principal, right?
You would think not, but she's doing her best to try to keep it that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really know. It seemed like we were wasting time in the episode as well as wasting mom's time. I don't know. That didn't really do it for me. but there she was. I don't know, but
You love Joyce.
I don't really. I like seeing Buffy at home,
Right.
but I don't really understand. I don't really understand Willow, Joyce, and Drusilla. I don't really understand those three so far. Everyone
All
else,
women. You don't really
I know
get
Jenny.
women.
I get Jenny, and I get Buffy.
Okay.
But
Glad to hear it.
not those
And
others.
Cordelia.
And Cordelia. So yeah, you're right. So by the way, this is the second slave reference in this episode. Did you notice this?
What? What? What's the reference?
Well, Cordelia comes out and she's like, "We've been whittling steaks in there for so long. Even slaves get paid minimum wage."
Yeah. Are you talking about the Uncle Tom reference later in the episode?
No, this is the second one.
Then there's three.
Oh shit, you're right. I do actually remember that. But the first one was not in that. It was like when he is like, it's when Giles is like, "You've been slaves to the television."
right.
Yeah. So 3 slave references. I
Wow.
guess. So there you go.
Shout out to Tim. Just watched Amistad. All right, keep going.
Wow. So all right, so mom comes out of her little meeting with Principal Snyder, and she's all bummed. She's like, "Hey, Buffy, we're going home immediately."
Yeah, we need to talk.
Yeah. And Snyder does one of the crazier things that I've ever seen. He doesn't say a word to anybody. He just walks around the room and starts turning off every single light.
Yeah.
What the hell was
He's
up
shutting
with that?
down for the night.
I've never seen someone just start turning off lights without
Especially
telling
the
people.
principal.
Yeah. Well, I guess if anyone was going to do it, it would be the principal, but that just seemed like a weird. He's a weird guy. We learn like he is in on everything.
Yeah, he knows about the vampires.
And so do the cops?
Yeah.
Everyone know. Well, we saw like the FBI was like knew about the invisible kid, right?
Yeah, so now we know that the government knows about the supernatural shit, and Snyder and the cops of Sunnydale do, and they're actively covering it up.
I bet we learned Mom was a vampire slayer. I don't know if that would even make sense. All right, so the next,
You know that a vampire slayer has to die for another one to be called.
oh, do they say that in the opening credits?
They say it in like the first episode
Oh, I didn't know.
and the movie.
I don't think that I knew that. I'm sorry. But we did learn, by the way, Spike has killed a few vampire slayers.
2 of them, yeah.
Yeah, two vampire slayers
In the last century, it's said. So in the 1900s, he has killed 2 vampire slayers.
So he has the championship belt of the vampire slayers.
Yeah, for sure.
He's the best at it right now. All right, so then we get everyone climbs through the window and they crash the party, right?
Well, we learned some other stuff about Spike before that. Giles tells us that his name was William the Bloody, and that he's 200 years old, so younger than Angel.
Right. So everyone separates. They all go in like their separate rooms. In one room, you've got like a janitor's closet, right? You've got Willow and Cordy. In one room, you've got like all the teachers and all the parents.
Yeah.
And then in the other room, you've got Giles, Jenny, and Xander, right?
Right.
And you've got Buffy sort of like climbing through the ceiling, bouncing around, trying
John McClane style. School hard.
Oh, shit. I did not even think about that.
Fucking hell.
Wow. Whoa. I wonder if that was on purpose. No, I'm just kidding. So she's bouncing around room to room, saving people, you know, doing her best. And we learned about the whole thing. Their cover up is they say everyone's a gang member on PCP.
Yeah, that's why their faces are fucked up.
Yeah, you ever run into PCP?
No, I never have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where you get that sort of stuff.
Apparently in Sunnydale.
What it stands for, how bad it is. I guess pretty bad.
It's got to be bad if it's fucking up your face, right?
Yeah, well, it's not really, because it's a lie.
Yeah, but that if they're using that as like the... Well, here it is. I looked it up. It's angel dust. That's another word for it.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it has mind-altering effects, could cause hallucinations and violent behavior. So that's why they're blaming it on the vampires.
All right. Giles does something sort of crazy that I don't think I've ever seen him do. He he starts like being like, "I'm the Watcher. I have to save Buffy." He starts like moving chairs out of the little barricade. He's like going to like run out to save Buffy. Has he ever done that so far?
Yeah,
Like
he
got it, tried to go into the battles?
in Prophecy Girl he does. And remember, Buffy has to knock him out.
Do I remember that? I don't know.
He wants to go to the Master instead of Buffy, and Buffy
But
punches
that's
him.
when she had quit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and she's like coming to take back her reign.
right.
I don't think that counts.
I think
Here,
it
he
counts.
it's like an independent choice, but it sort of surprised me. I didn't remember seeing
Well,
that.
Jenny's there, man. Maybe he was trying to look like a big man.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. I have a trivia question
By
for
the way,
you.
Jenny looks hot in this episode.
She looks hot in every episode.
Yeah, but
Jenny is
whatever.
smoking.
She's got some kind of shirt going and her hair tied back. I'm into it.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
There's one scene where she like goes next to Xander and Xander doesn't even look at her. And I'm like, if I was Xander, I'd be so fucking horny right now.
It probably was. What's that
Yeah.
guy's name?
Nicholas Brendan.
Yeah, Nicholas Brendan. God, he's having the time of his life. This is for sure the greatest time of his life.
Oh,
right?
It's very bad right now. Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, really?
He's like an alcoholic now, and he keeps showing up at like.
Have you told me that?
I don't know. He keeps showing up at like comic book conventions and shit that he's supposed to like do signings at because he's Xander. And like he shows up drunk and like trashes the hotel room and shit. He's been arrested like a bunch of times over the last few years.
I didn't know about all that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer. All right. So where were we? I have a trivia question for you. Spike goes and he breaks the little glass to go get that axe.
Yeah.
We've seen one other character do this in the history of Buffy so far. Who was it? And what episode was it in?
To get an axe?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Tell me.
It was in Witch. Is it Witch or The Witch?
God, you're obsessed with Witch. No, it's just Witch.
It was Amy. Remember she got the axe and broke down the door?
Right, yeah. But I like this. He's like, the door's locked. And Spike's like, use your head. And he knocks the dude's head.
But I don't want to use my head. Do you know what that's from?
It's a Pixar thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a Toy Story?
Yeah.
Is it the first Toy Story?
No, it's the second one.
Oh, of course it is. I should have known if you're referencing it.
Well, I can reference any of them.
Yeah, true.
It's the dinosaur Rex.
Right.
All right. So next, Sheila arrives. She's like, "Hey, Buffy, I'm just running late." And Buffy's like, "Oh, thank God you're here." And so Buffy and Sheila versus the world. That's what we've got going right now. But Sheila is bad. She's a vampire.
Yeah.
I always love when they
turned by Drusilla.
I always love the like their normal cut to somebody else, cut back their vampire. I always love it. It gets me every single time. And so she's bad. I still don't love the effects, but
well, yeah, they get better over the course of the show, but they're kind of still bad right now.
I don't really hate them. I don't know why I'm complaining. But yeah, so then we get the Angel and Spike scene. Angel shows up. He uses Xander as like a decoy.
Seems pretty willing to let Xander get bitten though.
Well, Xander brings up at the afterward. He's like, "Hey, what? You were like that was a little too long. I feel like," and he's like, "Oh, I had to like make sure, you know."
Yeah,
they're fun whenever they have scenes together.
Yeah, they have a good dynamic.
Yeah, I really like them, and so yeah, we learn basically that Angel. Let me get this right. Angel's older, right?
Right.
So Angel was Spike's Yoda. That's what he says.
Yeah, well, he calls him his sire and his Yoda. Yeah.
Right. So sire is like a mentor.
Sire in the vampire community as it relates to Buffy is like in the line of people who made each other. So we know like either Angel turned Spike into a vampire or Angel turned someone who turned Spike into a vampire.
Okay. All right. Okay. So they defeat uh the bad guys, right? They
The
don't
other big thing
kill.
here is that Spike calls Angel Angelus.
Right. Is that the first time you've heard that? I know that
That
because you've said it, but
yeah,
I didn't
that's
notice
I
if
think
that's the
that's
first time.
we might have heard it in the episode Angel, but I don't think we've ever heard like a contemporary call him that. So like that really sells that they've had a relationship for a long time.
Yeah, I do remember that. Um, yeah, and so we get the thing with Snyder and the cops. They defeat all the bad
You
guys.
miss, how about Joyce hitting Spike in the head with an
Oh,
axe?
why didn't she kill him though? Shoot her with the dull side, the bad side,
Oh yeah, I
flat side.
guess. Well, she didn't want to kill anybody. She's just a lady.
Has anyone else died in this episode during that? Has she not seen bloodshed?
I don't think she had. Well, she's seen like people. Whatever. I don't care.
All right. Well, if she had, then she should have killed him. But I don't recall.
It wouldn't have killed him anyway, man. Like Spike's not gonna die from an axe wound.
Would he like be asleep for a while? What would happen?
Yeah, it might
Nothing.
knock him out.
All right, that's enough. She
Okay.
doesn't know he wouldn't die unless she was a vampire slayer beforehand, and she knew it wouldn't do any good.
All right. What a theory.
All right, so we get like a final scene. Anything else before we get to the final scene?
Spike calls Angel and Uncle Tom because he doesn't
Yeah.
eat people anymore. I thought that was interesting. An interesting line.
What did that even mean?
You know what an Uncle Tom is?
What do they have to do with eating people?
Well, it's a black people thing. It's like if a black guy acts too white or like hangs out with too many other white people, another black guy might call him an Uncle Tom. And it's based on
Okay.
Uncle Tom's Cabin, which is a novel about slavery. And yeah, so in this case, like Angel is a vampire who now aligns with humans, so he's an Uncle Tom.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry. All right, so then we get anything else?
No.
Oh, Willow, Cordelia, they're still locked in their thing. They're praying, and Willow's like, I need an aspirin.
Yeah.
What'd that mean? She was getting a headache or something?
Yeah, because Cordelia won't shut the fuck up.
Willow gave her the idea. She's like, let's pray.
All right.
Willow told her to pray, and then
yeah, I don't like
praying.
that either because Willow's Jewish. She should know better.
If you're Jewish, you can't pray?
I don't think we pray.
Really? What do you do?
I mean, we have things we say, but it's not. It's more like ritualized. I don't think we like really go like, please God, let me win this football game.
Yeah,
that's for you dumbos.
Yeah. All right. Well, then we cut to Spike and Drusilla. He calls her Drew. You like that?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna call her Drew, and they're like, I like this moment, by the way, that where he's like, well, we didn't expect Buffy, we didn't expect for the Slayer to have like a bunch of friends and family and shit, and I like that because Buffy isn't just saving everybody. Buffy's friends and family are saving her all the time as well.
Yeah, it sets her apart. Usually Slayers had worked alone in the past, but Buffy has a whole support system.
Yeah, I thought that was like a really small moment, but one of my favorite moments of the whole episode. I like that. And so then he's like, so how's the annoying one doing? And I was like, oh, burn, that was a good one. And then they're all pissed off because if it wasn't for his being so impatient, then they would have waited till Saturday. They would have been double XP weekend. They would have walked right in there and killed Buffy. But
but now their numbers are depleted because Spike jumped the gun.
I was gonna say jump the gun. Wow, that was a good job. And is there a vampire version of jump the gun? Jump the crossbow.
Great, very good.
Anyway, that was pretty bad. So they're pissed, and he's like, I'm sort of tired of this. And he picks up the anointed one, And I thought he was gonna attitude adjustment him at one point because the way he picked him up. I thought that's what he was going
Oh
for.
yeah, he does look like he's set up for the AA
I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. But
or an
no.
F5 perhaps.
Oh, that would be good too. I don't think he would have tapped though. Is that
What?
what the F5 is?
No, that's Brock's move where he throws you off his shoulders.
Oh, what's the Rock? What's the Cena's move when he puts you in that submission hold?
The STF.
Oh, the STF. Damn it. All right. Wait, the F5 you said?
Yeah, F5.
Who is that?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I thought you said the Rock.
Move.
Okay, I'm
No.
sorry. Okay.
No, I said Brock, not Rock.
Okay. Yeah, so he gets him, puts him in a cage, and I have a question. Is the anointed one Colin? Is he dead?
He's fucking dunzo, bro.
Oh, how did he die? I don't really understand. How did he die?
He raises. It's daylight out, so he raises
that's
him
fucking
up
awesome.
to the windows all the way at the top of the warehouse and fries him.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, Colin, I don't really know if you accomplished anything, but I thought that you were pretty fun on the show. Maybe more fun than the Master. No, I enjoyed the Master as well. I enjoyed the Master. Do we have any other villains? Darlo was fucking cool.
Yep.
Who was that other guy? Luke. Yeah. Luke was cool too. We've had a lot of good villains. Maybe Spike will be the best one. Very good start so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will give it 4 stars.
I want to flag up one more line of dialogue from the end there.
Go for it.
Spike says, I always think of this as like a mission statement because the first season of Buffy is so steeped in like vampire lore and prophecies and shit like that. And when Spike kills the Anointed One, he goes, "We're going to have a little less ritual and a little more fun around here." And yeah. I think it's almost like the show saying that too.
Yeah, it's like, I think this might just be my masterpiece. It's like that.
Yeah, it's just like that.
All right. So I give it 4 stars. Thought it was
too.
A really good episode. I will give my MVP to. I think this is 2 episodes in a row that I'm not going with Buffy. I'm gonna go with Spike. I thought he had a great debut.
That's the one to go with here. It's such a strong debut. He gets you into the character right away. You're bummed when he's not in the next episode because he's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. This might have been the first time where I realized actually we haven't done we're not following the plot as much. I guess we meet Seth Green and he seems like he might be a love interest for. So we're getting a few things, but
some stuff is set up in Inca Mummy Girl for sure. But like the main plot of the season involving Spike and Drew is not touched upon at all.
Well, there's 20-something episodes. You gotta fill in the gaps.
True.
So Spike is my MVP. My LVP is I have 2 people written down. I didn't really love the Sheila actor.
Well, she was a better executive producer than she is an actress.
I guess that's true. And Willow. What did Willow do this episode?
I kind of thought Willow had a bad episode, dude. And I'm trying to defend Willow, but I'm gonna give her my LVP this week.
Yeah, have we talked about Willow this episode?
She did the thing where she was like escorting Joyce around the school. She was praying in the closet with Cordelia.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll go with Willow because Sheila was she almost got double teamed, and I kind of like that one. So Willow, she hasn't gotten any action. Sheila's doing way better. All right, sorry Willow, it's like your 15th LVP.
Jesus.
All right, there you go. Oh, we gotta rank this episode.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I will
read me my list. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I've ranked 16 episodes because I've also ranked Inca Mummy Girl. But I have this in the top 5. I'm going to read you my top 5, including this from 1 to 5. When She Was Bad, Angel, Prophecy Girl, School Hard, Witch. That's my top 5.
Witch. All right. Well, read me mine from the top because it'll be high.
Just tell me when to stop.
Yeah. Okay?
Prophecy Girl, When She Was Bad, Angel, The Pack, Out of Sight,
Between
out
Angel
of mind.
and The Pack.
Between Angel and The Pack. Okay. Wait, I don't think I corrected this. Wait, between Angel and the Pen. Did I correct this? Out of sight, out of mind. Which one is it?
Out of mind, out of sight.
That's the right one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you have it fourth, and I have it fourth. Look at
Wow.
that.
School Hard, the fourth
We have the same
best
top
episode
four.
of Buffy thus far.
We have the same top four: Angel, Prophecy Girl, When She Was Bad, School Hard.